deck. I'm just gonna pet him. Anyway, good morning. Working on putting all this in today. Getting it ready so that I can glass it. Then once it's all glassed up, I can gel coat it and move on with the rest of the bulkheads. So, I also brought this up because I wanted to see how it fit. I couldn't remember from last year. So I was gonna look at that. And I think that's it for right now. Okie dokie. I have it all together except for the shelf. I actually got to cut the shelf back a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start glassing everything up. Today is a very exciting day for Pete because he actually bought something for himself. Those of you who know what this is will know what he bought. So, he bought for himself a condenser mic. Wow. A tea strainer. These are all very, are handmade condenser mics. Pete is grinding the foam bulkheads on the Pacific Seacrafts. I laid up some, I glued them, and then we need to grind them, and then we gotta lay up some fillets and then glass it. So that's what's going on right now. Anyways, we're constantly working about living in the bus in America. I think sometimes when you're living out of a vehicle or living alternatively, people look at you like you're homeless. But I don't think they really realize what homeless means. Home doesn't necessarily mean a brick and mortar place. It can be anywhere, right? It's where the heart is. Now, it's not necessarily, I mean, you could be living in a tiny apartment the size of the Volkswagen bus and still be homeless because you don't have a big enough space. I think people see that if you don't have a certain amount of space, that you're considered homeless. I don't think people have fully come to understand the tiny home idea. I have a fully functioning working refrigerator that runs off of solar. My stove flips up and I can cook either inside or outside like a grill if I wanted to. I don't have a full-size oven, but I have a 3-burner propane stove that I can cook a full meal on. I've even made eggplant parmesan in here. I've got a toilet that's a composting toilet. I've got water. And the only thing that I do not have is a shower. Now, if that's what stops us from being considered homeless, I will go and buy a $90 propane Instahot and somehow figure out how to hook it to water so that we can take a shower in our tiny home. But that's not, it's not the end of the world. You can join gyms, which have showers, or if you're camping in a park, you have showers provided for you. It's kind of like living in an RV. You either want to use your RV shower Or you can use the shower in the camp yard. Is RV considered homeless? No. I think people should look at... See, when I see people online who are living out of their Volkswagen bus, or living out of their school bus, or living out of their boat, the first thought that comes to my mind is not that they're homeless. You could have a house with a roof and walls, but not have a fridge and not have a stove or a shower or a place to lay down. Just because you have walls and a roof does not mean that you have a home. Right, Layla? I came down with a cold, so I haven't been filming at all. I've been very, very sickly the last week. We ordered the plywood for the Pacific Seacraft, so that is on its way for the bulkheads. I mounted this hatch. This is mounted. This thing needs to be clean too, man. It's getting dirty. And I mounted this back piece back here. Mounted that. And I am thinking of mounting, these are the chain plates. And this, somebody gave us to go on the chain plates for dead-eye rigging. So we'll have dead-eye rigging for the Pacific Seacraft. So thank you to... Who was it that gave us the dead-eye rigging? Do you remember what their names were? Oh yeah, Richard, right.
Natasha?
Or Kate, or...
Kate.
Was it Kate?
Yeah.
Thank you to Richard and Kate for the dead-eye rigging for the Pacific Seacraft.